Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast, episode 365. And as you can see, I'm joined by the third brother, Ash.
What's up, guys? What's happening? Yeah,
Good to have you, bro.
it was a fight to get me onto it. It's just like the whole day's like, let's do a podcast. Let's do a podcast. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I'd jump on today, guys.
Finally got him on. Kibla is not available. He's got daddy duties and husband duties and just busy at the moment. So it's gonna be me for a while. Hopefully I'm gonna get Ash all the time. But regardless, the brothers are here to give you the weekly update of all pop culture news and whatever we find, basically. That's our updates. But in general, it's been cool being at home for the last week. Slipped my thumb today. Bad, man. Had a battle with
Barbie come out my nose, man.
my God. So I'm trying to. I bought a grooming set and had one of those cutthroat old school razors. But this grooming set has instructions for everything. Oh, the oil, the balm, the whatever. It doesn't have no instructions on the blade, the most dangerous thing. So I don't know that the blade opens one way and then you've got to open it this way, blah, 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 put the blade in. No, I don't know. So I'm fighting with this sharp-ass razor blade. And then 15 minutes, bro. I got shaving foam on my face. It literally dries off. 15 minutes, psh, I slid it. And it didn't slit like that way. It slit inward. So like it kind of flapped a little bit. I mean, it was disgusting, man. I was just so annoyed, man. So anyway, but I was going to throw it in the bin and break it, but he used it. And he's got a nice little lineup and whatnot. So I'm going to give it another chance. Let me recover from
I'll tell you something now, the power of YouTube. All I did was go on YouTube and typed in how to put in a blade or whatever, and it showed me straight away that you got to split it and then push it out and it flicks out.
I should have YouTube. You know why I didn't YouTube it? I was just in the moment, man. I was shaving. I was doing all my grooming shit, shaving foam all over my face, half naked and whatnot. I don't know. Anyway, so that was adventurous and saw a couple movies, which we'll talk about in a bit, but just got a chance to chill with the family. Had my little nephew talking about black holes and space and quantum physics and esophagus. I can't even say the word, and he's telling me about this, and he's telling me about wolf planets, and I'm like, what the hell? And he's telling me like Pluto might be a wolf planet. They're doing the research still. I'm like, how he's like the gravitational pull. I'm like, you're 5 years old. I don't even know what we had wolf planets, but
it doesn't get that from me, honestly.
His mother.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you said it earlier, the power of YouTube. Now, YouTube can be used very badly for kids or anyone, but it can also be used amazingly because he's talking about exactly. The other day goes, I want to watch the science of black holes. I'm like, what the hell? So amazing. And then chilling.
He watched something else. No, he was telling us something.
Yeah, he was telling us today about the digestive system.
And about gas. And
the details that he goes into is not just like, oh, if you eat, you get gas and fart. He was like, no, if it goes into and gets blocked in the big intestines, then you have gas and it farts. But if it gets blocked up here, then you do burps. I'm like, wow, man, I don't know how accurate it is, but my guy's learning some stuff.
Yeah, he's a bright boy, man. Like, I just pray that he stays focused and
man, he will. I've been picking him up from school every day. And I made an effort today, even though I was crying about my thumb. I was like, I gotta go pick him up. I made an effort, made promises and whatnot. And then on the way back, he's got sports day. So I was like, let's race. He was on his scooter anyway. Well, he suggested the race, not me. So on the road, right, he was all the way and he's scooting like fast. And he keeps looking at me. I'm like, don't look at me, look at the road. We get right in front of the house. He drops immediately. I knew he starts crying and scratches. It's bleeding. It was scratching. It's bleeding. He immediately comes home and says, Dad, do I need a plaster? It's bleeding. But I taught him, like, why do we fall? And he's like, because we have to learn to pick ourselves up.
Yeah, certainly.
Hashtag Batman. Yeah. He's a bright kid, man. And tomorrow's got sports day, so I just want him to do well. But chilling with my nephews, my nieces. It's been awesome getting back into work, basic. But Ash, how you been, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Same old, really. Just busy with house stuff. As everyone wants to, if you guys want to know, me and my missus have purchased our first house. We're not living in it, we're just buying to rent, but we're just getting builders to renovate the kitchen and the bathroom, man. Just make it look nice for the future tenants. Just been busy with that. And just you know what, just admiring, just admiring having my brother here, my sister-in-law here, and just yeah, man, coming home from work and just seeing my kids, man. I tell you something now, G, man. You probably see it. The first thing, I drop my gym bag and I walk into the living room and I look at my kids and I just the cuddles and the kisses, and then that's all I want. But yeah, still training. Still training. Started implementing more conditioning workouts, making up my own ones as well. I bought a bike, as I told you, man. I bought a push bike. I'm a bit nervous, but hey, I want to start cycling to work, save some money on diesel, and plus my car gets ruined at work, man. I think I told you, we park out in the trees, birds shit over it, lacquer's starting to peel. So I am going to have to respray the bonnet and the bumper, but I don't want to drive to work anymore. But yeah, I'm excited for that, man. I'm excited to have it. I know you had a bike for a long time.
I had a bike for a long time, yeah. You would be fine. Like I said to you, when you first do it, first just only do back roads.
Yeah.
And then if a car is coming or car's behind you, just pull over, let it go.
Yeah.
Just take your ultimate time. And then eventually you'll get used to it. It's like driving. You'll get used to the size, your ability to ride, and if you can go in and out, and don't just, man, take your time. Don't take your time. Honestly, no rush. Make sure you lock it up. Don't have your phone on the front. Avoid street stuff.
Of course, no, my phone will be in my bag. Probably, and then the neighbor.
No headphones.
No headphones. No, I won't do headphones. Neighbor next door recommended a lock, and such a coincidence. He goes, "Yeah, it's called Krypton." I was like, "Okay, this sounds good." He goes, "It's expensive." So I'm happy to spend the money. Money's not the issue. It's just I want to make sure my bike's safe. But I'm lucky. I can leave the bike within the work building, and obviously when I'm home in the garden. So I'm not that fast.
That's awesome. And get the lights. Andy will tell you, get the lights.
Yeah.
Get the reflective jacket.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you got a bag, I bought a reflective cover for my bag.
Okay.
So it's like you just kind of wrap it over your bag.
Yeah.
That was definitely necessary too. So make sure you do that. That's all. It was also waterproof. So if it rains,
While I was at work, I was looking at raincoats, bags, lights, helmets.
Do you get the cushion for get good cycling shorts? Put like baggy shorts over it because you don't want to tight butty shorts.
Everyone, last time I remember my friends last year, during lockdown summer, they all bought bikes. And at the time, obviously financially, I didn't want to buy a bike, so I borrowed Kibler's bike, and it was a very small bike. And just put it this way, I could not walk for days. My tush, it was hurting, bro.
I don't know how long did you guys ride for?
16 miles we did, me and my friends.
I don't know how you did that with that, because I remember when I first would ride, even just doing 3 miles, my ass will hurt.
Yeah.
Because of the seat and whatnot.
Yeah.
But get proper cycling shorts. I used to get cycling shorts and then just cycling tights and whatnot. I just put shorts over it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like wearing that, tight games.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I'm excited times, man. Hopefully I'll lose more weight. Start cycling. And on the weekends, me and Andy already agreed we're going like long bike rides and stuff like that. Andy, if you guys don't know, Andy's a good family friend. Plus, he's our neighbor, but he's known us since we were kids, man. But he's such a lovely guy. He's family to us. But we've already discussed it. We're gonna go for long rides, man. So I'm looking forward to that.
Once you get used to it, that should be fine.
Yeah. That's it, man. What's the complete God of War?
Oh my god, yeah. Check out the Brothers Geek Out Gaming channel. We put videos up there. Ash finally sorted out Ash's PlayStation, which is gonna be he goes live on the gaming channel. We upload clips, little fight scenes and whatnot, little shorts. We need to get your Xbox sorted because you play a lot more games on that as well.
Yeah, I've got Star Wars and stuff, so I need to.
Yeah, good variety game. No spoiler on God of War, but no spoiler.
Yes.
What's your overall thoughts of the game, the ending? No spoilers. I don't want to know if there's going to be next ones or none of that stuff.
Yeah. Overall, man, the story's always been consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been like good. Kratos as a character and his bond with his son is amazing. I'll tell you that now. As a father, you feel it. You know what I mean? What he teaches his son, what he goes through with his son, and him as a father, and it's wicked, man. I tell you, and the action, the storyline, with, as you know, the basics of Thor and Odin and so on and so forth. The Greek mythology.
Is that that's the Greek mythology, isn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing, man. I love it. Honestly, hands down, I love it. I still got a few things that I'm still doing, which is defeating the Berserker King. I did cheat doing the Valkyrie.
That's up. Oh, I need to do a video with you. because I wanted you to do a little voiceover on what you did, because I got the full video, which is about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But I reduced it to a minute to make a short.
Yeah.
But I need your voice to say, this is what you do, sort of thing. So you need to do that as well.
I'll do that. So yeah, good little hack. And it helped me. Obviously, I just weren't leveled up to fight the Valkyrie Queen. So I found this hack and I thought, hey, let me give it a go. Yeah, it took an hour, 15 minutes. But it kind of just, I left it and it just worked, man. Done the job for me, which is brilliant. What else is there? Yeah, that's it, really.
Right. Yeah, cool. You look so much bigger than me in this camera. I don't know why. Because I'm leaning back, you're leaning forward or something. Wow. Any hench guys? All right. Well, look, guys, like I said, you know the podcast as you're watching and whatnot. So again, thank you for everyone watching, everybody. You know, we bring you the news from what we read online and all this. Some of it could be fake news, some of it can be real, and then you give you an update on what we've watched and seen and everything. So anyway, I want to start off with let me go through the list. And like I said, as Kibler's not here, I'm gonna try and get Ash on it. If Ash is not here, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna give you, the brothers are always gonna update every week, so always stay tuned. But let's start. We've got a long list today, but we won't take too long. First of all, sad news, r.i.p. Alan Arkin, who passed away at 89. Let me just pull up his IMDb because he's been in loads of movies. There we go. You remember remember him, innit?
Oh man, he passed away.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, to be honest with you.
Let me
I'm sure he was in a few. Oh yeah, that's it. With Robert De Niro and Morgan Freeman. I remember that movie.
Yeah. He was in Argo. Here we go. See that he done Minions. He's done the voice for Minions. He was in Spencer Confidential, Dumbo, Get Shorty, Going in Style was the one you're talking about. Grudge Match.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Argo.
Muppets.
Man, the change up. He always plays that funny father figure. Not always, but those sort of things. Get smart.
Yeah, I remember him with that.
Yeah, so
he's done a lot of movies.
Yeah, definitely. Little Miss Sunshine.
90 what?
89, I think it was.
Good life, man. I can only wish to live that long.
Yeah. Inshallah. But yeah, rest in peace, condolences family. Yeah. And again, just within the movie world, leaves a legacy behind. All right. So there has been some announcements of new candidates, or I don't know how they put it, join him in the class of 2024 in regards to the Hollywood star, Kevin Feige. So Hollywood star, Walk of Fame, basically. Yeah. I don't know how they determine this before I read the list out, like what you have to achieve before you get a star. I don't know. But anyway, they're saying for 2024, you got Kevin Feige. I mean, he'll go down in history for the MCU. Again, I don't know how long, do you have to have a legacy? I don't think you have to have a legacy before you get your star.
But you must meet a certain requirement.
Must be, yeah. Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
She goes back from, Gal Gadot. I don't know.
I mean, she's a great Wonder Woman. I wouldn't say she's a great actress, personally.
Well, the thing is, my thing is like, again, this was asking, what do you have to do to make that requirement? What kind of legacy do you have to leave behind? It doesn't. I don't think, maybe you don't have to do years of acting, but what kind of legacy do you leave behind? But maybe, I don't know, maybe she's done some good films.
Yeah, maybe.
She came back alive in Fast and Furious. Maybe she got that from. Anyway, Chris Pine. And then
I think he's done well.
The great, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why people might argue, people might be controversial, why he hasn't done shit. In my opinion, I think he's already made history.
100%.
Right? Some of the movies that he's done, some of the movies he's done has been about some classic black, be it musicians or sports athletes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Black Panther goes down in history.
Yeah.
Not because of a comic book movie, but because of what it represented, and he done the character so amazingly. He does go down in history. So 100%. People might argue and say, well, why would you have
a dead man on there, basically?
Well, no, they got loads of dead mans, but it's like, why pick Chadwick Boseman now, and why we say like Gal Gadot maybe not deserve it? Yeah. Again, I don't know Gal Gadot's repertoire.
Yeah.
Or she might have made bare movies that are amazing, but what I'm saying is I just feel like, in my opinion, and that's again based on what I've seen, Chadwick Boseman has made an impact on the world and the life with his performances in many movies. He done
22 Bridges?
Yeah, no, I mean those weren't the standard movies, but he done 42, which was about the baseball player. Forgive me, I don't know the names. He's done who's the guy who's I can't remember, I forgot his name, man. The musical artist who was in Rocky 4. Jack.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man.
I know who you're talking about.
Legend.
So
is it him? It was him, wasn't it? Anyway, why have I gone so blank?
No, it is 10 o'clock.
And Chadwick and Black Panther. Black Panther goes down in history because it represented for so much, not just for black people. I always say this, like for everyone, but all ethnics and all that sort of stuff. But the character represented.
I think with Chadwick Boseman, I think one of the reasons why I have such respect for the man is because obviously what he went through, and continued going through movies and going to hospitals, visiting kids with cancer themselves, and he didn't tell a single soul, man. He fought it through, and I think I respect that, man. Like he still did his part. And Black Panther, no matter what, the second one wasn't my favorite, to be honest with you, but he played such a great character, man. Great character.
Yeah, I mean, it goes down in history, man. James Brown, I was talking about. I think he done James Brown. Correct. Anyway, I think he deserves it. Everyone on this list. I think Kevin Feige goes down in history. I don't know if when I say I think they deserve it, I don't know shit. But what I'm saying is, like, I think Kevin Feige will go down in history for sure. Chadwick Boseman does. Michelle Yeoh's been doing it forever. Chris Pratt and Gal Gadot. I like them. I just don't know what they've done to go down in history.
Maybe in the future. I agree. Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations to all of them. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, some things that we've watched. Secret Invasion.
I haven't watched.
You haven't watched it? It is. I'm loving it, man. I am loving it. Like, it's been one of the best Marvel content. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. In regards to shows,
it's been
one of the best. I think it's brilliant. It's got that same vibe as Winter Soldier, that spy espionage type of thing. You're getting to know Nick Fury a bit more. They are getting a bit of race involved because he was a black man that entered such a high position and whatnot. Rhodey and him have a great conversation in this one about that a little bit, and then he expresses a bit of that as well. But that aside, the show is really good, man. You get to know Nick Fury a bit more. It's about this Skrull, the Skrull invasion and whatnot, and you're getting both perspectives. One's turned radical and trying to take over the world, and the other side. It's really good, without spoiling it. But he says a wicked line in this, and it's might spoil it for you, though, man.
Go on, just say it, bro.
All right, close your ears. The line I thought was awesome is when he said that, even though he goes, even when I'm out, I'm in. I love that. If you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's okay. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Like, him saying that line as Nick Fury, Sam Jackson's just doing an amazing job. And he's becoming, like, we've known him since Iron Man 1, 2008. He started, he was there as well at the end of the credit scene. We're finally getting to know him a bit better.
Yeah, because I think we just known him as, the founder of Avengers, putting the Avengers together. He's the main guy, he's the boss, let's be real. But yeah, I need to watch it. It's not that I don't want to watch it, it's just finding the time, being a dad and blah, 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 the whole story. Yeah. By the time my kids are asleep, I'm knackered.
You won't be disappointed. It's not like me you forcing to watch, She-Hulk because Daredevil's going to show up or something. Because you would watch that because Daredevil was showing up, and then he doesn't show up, and you're like, oh, what the fuck was that? But it's not like that, because you get into it, and you know what the best thing about this show? It gets straight into it. There's no lead up episodes, and no, man, you're in this show. This is what I'm loving about.
Even my manager was like, Ash. My manager's sort of comic book geek as well, and he was like, Ash, have you watched it? I'm like, no. He's like, what are you waiting for? I'm like, just need to, maybe tomorrow.
I think before you watch anything else, unless you're watching something in the middle of something, watch Secret Invasion. I'm really enjoying it. And I heard that the director was told not to read the comics because the Secret Invasion of the comics is very different to the direction that they're doing in the MCU. So you want to get influence in that way. But so far, I think they're doing a great job, and I think they got a whole great cast of actors in this, so really great. The other movie I finally got to watch was Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, man, 100. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Finally, man. Listen, first of all, I can't believe I managed to skip all the spoilers, which was crazy. Like I mean, I don't know, Instagram, somehow I missed them, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna end like that. Obviously, you know, if you've seen it, spoiler alert to everyone. You know, I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. Like I said, it was banned in the UAE because of a non-binary character in there, which I didn't even notice, to be honest with you. But anyway, whatever it is, I finally got a chance to watch it, and oh my god, it was amazing. It was so good from beginning to end. You're just in. You don't, not for a moment do you think that, like, I don't know, not for a moment you look at your time or your clock. It's just got you captivated. The animation is great. The way they capture the emotions of the characters, and the great way with this, the thing about animations, especially this one, the way it captures emotions is not just facial expressions and voice and sound and music. It's also the animation. Like there's a scene between Gwen and her father when they're going back and forth, and she's lying to him.
The color changes.
The background color changes based on the emotion. I was like, this is capturing me in so many different ways.
It was beautiful because when she hugged her dad, everything had brightened up. You know, which it was pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I never looked at it like that, and it makes sense.
That I just think, as this style of animation, they've done a brilliant job to capture pure emotions, and they can get away with so much. I mean, Spider-Man 2099 by it's Oscar Isaac. Amazing, really
good,
cool.
He was good. He was perfect for that.
So good, so good. And it's like, what I loved about this, what I liked about this, the story was you know, the canon moments. Like Spider-Man has to go through.
It's inevitable.
It is inevitable for Spider-Man to be Spider-Man. And it's like what we talked about in Flash, right? Like our past makes us. And for this whole Spider-Man universe,
that's what it makes him.
It's like, listen, we're all Spider-Man's here, as you can tell. When we all have to have our event. We have to be who we are. And obviously, by the end of the movie, Miles Morales is, you know, he wants to prevent it, which, again, spoiler alerts, it's his father that he saw that's going to die. And he's going to go prevent it, and then they stop, but he ended up in the wrong.
You know what? Like, you know when that happened, like, I was at the edge of my seat thinking, fuck, I got to wait. Oops, sorry, fudge cake. I got to wait however long for the next movie. And that was, like, heartbreaking, man.
Definitely.
Forget Fast and Furious, I didn't care.
I was just about to say that the Spider-Verse ended it in a way where you're like, oh my god,
like, how are they gonna end it like this? Like, really?
Whereas Fast and Furious X was like,
you know, they were gonna come back to life. And they're all gonna come.
That was rubbish. This is the most dangerous thing. The dam's blown up and you got your baby. Like, you just threw your baby out of a car in the up. Anyway, let's not get into Fast and Furious. Spider-Verse, Sony, Marvel, the club, whatever it is, done the best job ever. The first one was amazing. This one was equally amazing. Again, the spoilers of the Easter eggs, man. You know, the Spot, is his name Spot?
Spot
goes into the Venom universe. He sees the woman at the shop,
the shop,
the deli or whatever. That was awesome. I geeked out there. You see, you know, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. They got their thing. I'm sure there was loads more that I didn't notice and whatnot.
That's the PlayStation Spider-Man, and that's only other Spider-Mans, but
brilliant movie.
Brilliant, bro.
Absolutely brilliant.
Spider-Punk, he was cool.
Spider-Punk
was cool, man.
I can't think of honestly, I really can't think of any negatives of the movie. The whole thing's entertaining. It's comedy. It's emotional. It's visually stunning. The way the animation of them using their powers and all that sort of stuff. And this was a movie he didn't really have a villain. I know Spot was the villain, but actually the villain, there was no villain. I guess it was the baby awake. You need to check on it.
I think my wife's there.
All right, just checking out the babies. The villain was, I mean, I don't know if you want to say it itself, but the villain was Spider-Man. Preventing him to
himself,
is himself villain. And what the rest of them as well, like preventing him from making a canon moment. Like they might know best. Is your wife there? Let me check. Go check. Yeah, they come back. So that's what I loved about it, man. It wasn't like a typical Spider-Man story where you're, you know, fighting a villain, which it kind of maybe started off as, like with Spot, but it just turned into something bigger and deeper, which I thought was absolutely amazing. But yeah, finally got a chance to watch it. I'm excited about. I was happy about that. Finally got a chance to watch it. More movies. I need to watch Indiana Jones. I'm going to a screening tomorrow for the new Mission Impossible. So I can't wait for that. It's just me by myself. So I'll give you my thoughts on the movie next week. She okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me see that. Yeah, I was just saying that I'm going to watch, other movies I watch was I'm going really to watch Indiana Jones. I'm going to watch Mission Impossible tomorrow for my first screening. Since I'm here, I might as well take advantage of it and go to a screening. So yeah, looking forward to that. We'll give you a breakdown, give you a quick thought of what I think of the movie. Check it out on the channel, and then on next week's podcast, we'll spoil the shit out of it or whatever. Hopefully, I'm allowed to say these things. I'm allowed to go to a screening. I don't think there's any clause around it. But anyway, Spider-Verse, great movie. Go watch it. Can't wait to watch it again. All right, another bit of breaking news this week. We have our DC Universe New Superman and Lois Lane, Clark Kent and Lois. And I'm not familiar with these lot. I did look into like the IMDb's, but stuff I'm not familiar with. David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan. Hopefully I didn't butcher those names, which I probably did. Anyway, those are our new DC Universe Lois and Clark.
Yeah, man.
I don't know much about them, but all I'm gonna say is like people, the internet, some of it was crying, all this sort of shit, usual bullshit. If you look at when Michael Keaton first played Batman, I've seen clips of people, and this was not internet, but these people in the news, he's not big enough, he's a wimpy looking guy, blah blah blah. He got this. He's a legend. Right? Heath Ledger as a Joker, he got this.
Amazing.
The greatest of all time as a Joker, in my opinion.
Robert Pattinson.
Henry Cavill. When you see him when you audition, my guy was skinny and one of the best.
Yeah.
Right. So you know what? I think James Gunn's doing a great job of directing them and writing the movie, and they're gonna do a great job. They're gonna look how they're supposed to look.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna start training and whatever it is. They're gonna look the way they're supposed to look. I
think looking at his first picture as well, he looks good.
He looks like Tom Welling.
Yeah,
he kind of has his look a little bit.
Yeah, so I think he'll do the part, man. You just gotta give him a chance, guys. Like,
bro, I've been reading loads about the Flash. So the Flash was a big flop in regards to revenue, not movie. I just think it's so unfair on that movie because that movie's so fun. Yes, there's so much more you could have done. You could have had Thomas Wayne. Maybe Michael Keaton could have paid Thomas Wayne. Maybe. But remember BVS, the guy Negan? What's his name? I can't remember his real name. Maybe you could have used him as Thomas Wayne and whatnot. Maybe yes, you should have had Henry Cavill. Apparently, there was supposed to be all these people, all these other scenes with Henry Cavill over Justice League. Everyone's like blaming, James Gunn and this and that.
I heard about that.
But all that aside, though, the movie was great. It was fun. Man. So much nostalgia in it. So much funness to it. I had my thoughts about the tomato can and whatever, but that was on last week's podcast. Yes, there's so much, but the film was great. And the fact that it's bombing in the cinema, apparently, like Warner Brothers, one of their worst movies. It's not because the movie's bad. It's because the people don't. They're boycotting it, man. Because of Ezra Miller and all that shit.
I'll tell you something, man. That was a fun movie. I sat there and I geeked out through the whole way. The only thing I said I didn't like was his suit. That's it. That's my personal opinion. But other than that, bro, Ezra Miller, I know he's going through his path, but he played a good Flash.
Definitely.
He played a good Flash. And has I can't remember the actress' name, but the girl that played Supergirl smashed it. Her suit was amazing and she looked fantastic and she done a fantastic job, man.
Yeah. I mean, cool. Like, listen, man, the film was great. I don't think the film is a flop because of the film. The film's a flop financially because of people. But anyway, going back to the new Superman and Lois Lane, I am a bit nervous about Blue Beetle and these movies, because James Gunn's got such a hard job to do. He has to win back all these toxic fans. He's got a very hard job ahead of him. But I'm looking forward to what he's going to do. And I honestly have no doubts. And they're going to be awesome. That's my opinion. And we'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah. All right. On the DC news, still, DC announced a surprising The Flash project. So I believe it's a TV show. I don't know much more details about it, but I believe
Flash project.
Yeah, I think it might be a TV show. I think it's going to be linked with the whole universe and everything. So yeah, gotta look into that. I'm sure we're gonna get more news on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sticking on the DC theme as we're into it. WIT Studios, which I believe is like an anime studios, and Warner Brothers to work on an Izaka anime feature, featuring DC characters. So I don't know what Isekai is. Isekai anime, have you heard of that one?
No, I never heard of it.
Well, they're working together to do some animes and whatnot. So that's going to be pretty cool because animes always look good with the superheroes and stuff.
Yeah.
That video game, Multiverse. Remember you played that a little bit?
Oh yeah.
That has officially been shut down until early 2024.
Oh really?
And players have taken to social media to share their mixed feelings about it. I don't know why it's been shut down. I think that maybe they're doing updates or something. I don't know, but it's a long update. I don't really get it. But yeah, I don't know if that game was a hit or whatnot. If they'll get a lot of things. I mean,
it was fun. It was a fun game. Personally, it wasn't my type of game. I think it just like playing it more because it had a different variety of characters and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do. It's more of an online game. There was no story to it, personally.
Yeah.
If there was a story to it, I think I would play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's on hold. Hot Toys. They announced a new Supergirl figure based on the Supergirl from The Flash. And apparently the internet's going crazy. Her name is inspired by Sasha Kellis. How do you say that name? Man, I'm shit with names, man. I don't know why my brain can't acknowledge reading.
Yeah, Sasha Kellis.
Anyway, the internet's going crazy saying that, the figure looks nothing like her and whatnot. Now, my opinion on Hot Toys. I lost complete love from them. I lost love from their quality and also their customer service. Like I said, I bought hundreds of Hot Toys and I was never rewarded with any customer loyalty program or whatnot. And Hot Toys are not exclusive. They just bring out anything and everything. 1,000 Iron Mans, 1,000 Spider-Mans and Batmans.
Well, Hot Toys have come to a point where they're re-releasing, Hot Toys again. Come on, man. That's yeah.
Yeah.
If it's meant to be exclusive, you make 100 of them and that's exclusive.
Yeah. That Punisher we got, what was it, 500 only?
Yeah.
These ones, like 1,000, 100 only, 500 only?
Some of these prime ones are like maybe 1,000, maybe max 2,500, I think, and that's it. So you can imagine over the whole of the world, 2,500, and I've got one of them.
Yeah. No, I mean, Hot Toys are definitely not exclusive. And like I said, I lost love for them a while back, which is why I've been selling them. And that Bruce Lee one I only got it because it was a trade, but also it was an old one, so it was actually really good. I'm going to keep my Punishers and that's it. Everything else I've sold.
I think the last great Hot Toy, my personal opinion, was probably my John Wick, man.
Yeah, that John Wick looked good.
Yeah, and obviously I got the head sculpt, the hair rooted and the beard rooted from a guy from Japan. I ain't going to lie, I paid a penny to get it done, but it's one of my favorites, man.
It's definitely better. It's definitely what. Yeah, I mean, it looked good, really good. I mean, we're looking at it now, but I mean, Hot Toys. I mean, listen, I would never buy another Hot Toy unless they bring out a Punisher, and I'm gonna be biased and I'm gonna buy it. That's my only reason. But other than that, I'll never buy them. I'm not a fan of them. I'm gonna stick to the statues, the XMs, the Prime One, Sideshow, them guys. Even Iron Studios, So Hot Toys lose. All right, let's go into some Marvel news. Marvel announces a What If adult series featuring new tales of the most popular characters starring Loki and Valkyrie stories. But I've heard that this adult one's going to be like violent and stuff like that.
Okay.
The zombie ones in there. And
nice.
I think maybe they might include like Blade and Punisher.
That would be cool.
I made up Punisher.
Yeah, but that would be cool.
But that will be awesome.
In that animation they done everything, being violent and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool actually. Something that I would definitely watch.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the last ones were bad because they were brilliant, but you want to see some violence sometimes, man. Yeah. I'm down for that. I loved the first What Ifs.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the part 2, and then if they bring out violent ones and adult ones. I mean, look, they've said that the next couple Marvel movies are going to be not a couple ones, but they've released a bunch. They're going to release a bunch of R-rated movies, right?
Okay.
Deadpool, Daredevil, The Punisher, Blade. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
So why not do it with the animations as well? If you can, they're all Disney, they're all Marvel, MCU anyway. So yeah, they could figure that out. Okay, so this is some comic book stuff, Marvel comic book stuff. Two of Marvel's toughest characters, Wolverine and Ghost Rider, are coming together to make the ultra-powerful anti-hero. So look, I think what it must be, maybe Wolverine's about to die, and then he summons Satan. Is it Satan that gives and he sells his soul to become Daredevil? Not Daredevil, Ghost.
That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, well, Punisher did it, and he became the Cosmic Rider. So with Wolverine doing, I saw some images. It looks awesome. Obviously, he's got the claws, and they're on fire and shit. I don't know what happens to the Ghost Rider then, but obviously, there's been many Ghost Riders.
Really.
That's pretty awesome. I might get hold of those comics if I can. You know what? My comic book shop. On that note, I just saw their Instagram. They're getting all these re-releases. they got a re-release of Action Comic Superman and the Superman issue 1. Now, not like they're worth anything; they're just recopies. But I was like, I want those, man, because I got the Avengers. I got the first appearance of the Punisher, which was the best thing ever for me. And I got the first edition of X-Men. So like just reading the first ever appearances. We're talking about reading from 1960s and earlier. The way, first of all, the artwork is still amazing, but it's different.
I know it's come a long way.
And then the context of the story, and what some of a lot of it is like, first of all, there's a lot of text. You know, comic books nowadays, you can have like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 texts on one page, but every box has a long paragraph of text, so there's so much more dialogue in them. You know, they're back in the days. I mean, the X-Men one, you know, they were calling Jean Grey like Dollface or Doll or whatnot. Like, you know, I mean, you don't say this stuff now, but just the way they spoke and the way they wrote things back then is different. But I'm like, listen, man, any number ones you get, I want them. I just want to read them.
It's always nice to know the first appearance of characters that we like. Be it, you know, Batman. Obviously, everyone knows Batman, but I mean, certain characters that we don't know about. It would be nice to know the origin story, man.
Definitely. I loved seeing Punisher's first appearance, and I would love to. I mean, like I said, I'm reading the X-Men Avengers one now, and it was Loki. The first time the Avengers came together, old school Iron Man. I mean, Loki was the one who did cause a havoc or whatever. Old school Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, and Wasp, and Ant-Man. That was it.
Oh, that was the original Avengers.
I think that was the original, but that was the first time they came together due to that. So that was awesome. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those. All right, coming off the Marvel news and just finishing off with general news. Barbie has been banned in Vietnam.
What?
Because of a 3-dash line on a map. So I don't know exactly what that means, but basically on the world global map, there's a certain lines that China has kind of indicated, claiming like the South China Sea and all that sort of stuff. And I think there's a lot of political stuff about the land and what they claim. But because this map that they put in the movie indicated that China owned that land or that sea or whatever it is, Vietnam decided to ban it. So, you know, hey, you know what? I don't blame them. I mean, do I blame them? I don't know. That's their political thing. Like I said, Spider-Man was banned in the Middle East. You know, this one's banned for other political reasons. China's banned so many movies. You know, China, you know, Doctor Strange, you know why the Sorcerer Supreme was, I can't remember her name, but that old white woman. Because China banned it because it's supposed to be a Tibetan man.
It's a Tibetan man,
But because China's got this beef with Tibet and they don't recognize Tibet, they told Disney the only reason it's going to be the only reason it's going to be released, the only way you can release it in China is if you change it, and they change it to an old white woman, which she done a great job anyway. But it's just like, you know, China dictates certain things. You know, you had John Cena apologizing about acknowledging Taiwan with the country. So they have you know, listen, China will bring a lot of money to the business. It just depends. You know, Tom Cruise, I believe it was Tom Cruise or who wrote Top Gun, they refused to change things. They had a patch of Taiwan's flag, and China was like, get rid of that patch, otherwise we'll show it in China. They refused to do it. Good on them. It's still $1 billion movie anyway. But listen, if Vietnam's doing it, then, you know,
it's got to be done.
Yeah, they got to do what they got to do. Warrior season 3 is out on HBO.
You know what? I watched season 1, it was good, and I never carried on watching it. But I enjoyed first season, man. Like the main character that plays Bruce, Bruce.
But it wasn't Bruce.
But it wasn't Bruce's character, wasn't it? Yeah, it was pretty good, man. And the action and the story was pretty good. And are you up to date with it?
I'm not. So I watched a bit of season 2, and I think I finished season 2. But I have to be honest with you, like season 1 I was in, and I was biased because it's Bruce Lee's story.
Yeah,
It's his
exactly.
true writings of that Warrior series.
Yeah.
Not, they ripped him off before. So I watched it. I got into it. I liked season 1. I watched season 2, but I remember while I was watching season 2, I kind of like let it run and just drifted away, if that makes sense, and not really paid attention. Like I was losing the relationship with the characters. I don't know what it was. Maybe I just wasn't feeling it. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably watch season 3, but if I miss it, it won't be a big deal for me.
I will start it again. I know Mark Dacascos is in season 3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mark Dacascos is an amazing martial artist. So yeah, it'll be good to see him in it. So I will start it again just to refresh everything.
I think I'll finish it off.
Yeah.
But the martial arts was good.
Yeah.
And the storytelling was great about the Chinese and the Irish and whatnot.
In San Francisco.
Yeah. So it was really good. It was good. I guess for me it just, I don't know, something was missing. But I'll try and get back into season 3. All right. What else? There's a new Narnia movie happening on Netflix.
I mean, yeah, Narnia's cool.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I've never watched it, I'll be honest with you, but I know a lot of people do like it. It's one of those movies I just need to sit down, find some time, and actually focus on it, man.
Yeah, you can watch it with the kids, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't think they'll be interested in
no,
that.
No, right, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't watching it. But you never know. All right. You have an app called Crunchyroll, right? Which is an anime app. Crunchyroll, yeah. Which is like Netflix for anime, basically. They are going to be releasing a whole load of Dragon Ball Z content on that app.
Right.
From 1989's Dragon Ball Z, Dead Zone, to 2019's Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, all the Dragon Ball stuff, which is amazing. So Crunchyroll, you got it, right?
Yeah, I pay £5 a month because I've started Naruto again. And funny, the crazy thing was Dragon Ball Z weren't on the app, so I'm like, what the hell, man? Dragon Ball Z is the grandmaster of all anime, or one of them. So for us, our generation,
yeah, go on.
Yeah, but it's got everything else. Attack of Titan.
Does that Fist of the North Star? Does it have movies as well?
No, it's just I think it's just
anime shows.
Yeah, anime shows.
I mean, we grew up with the movies, Fist of the North Star, Dominion Tank Police, Akira, Ninja Scroll.
What is it? Fist of what's the last?
What's the first one? Fist of the North Star. Yeah, what's that? What the hell is that?
I don't think that's
some next kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's an anime, but it's more of a comedy kind of.
No. Where's the original Kenshiro? There we go. There's Kenshiro.
Yeah, so it's got something.
Fist of the North Star. They used to call it No, in Japan they call it Hokuto Shinken.
They got Full Metal Alchemist, and they got Death Note, and they got Baki, and they got all these amazing anime shows. So yeah, £5 a month, I can't complain. I watch Naruto on my lunch, and yeah, man, it's nice to have. It's nice to have. If you're an anime fan and you really want to watch a quick 20-minute episode, it's there in an instant.
If you're an anime fan, check out Crunchyroll. Legit app. Yeah, it's not no
dodgy app, guys. It's £5 a month. Crunchyroll, that was your shout out. I think you should sponsor me.
Crunchyroll. All right, cool.
Sounds like a cereal, though.
No, yeah, but I've never heard of it. I don't know how you found it. How did you find it?
I knew about Crunchyroll ages ago.
Okay.
But I think I was just being tight and I didn't want to pay £5 a month. And I would try and look for Naruto online on certain websites, and I just gave up. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna pay £5 a month, man. I know I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna make the most of the money.
If you are, then you could have done what I'm doing, because I got a VPN and I just changed mine to Singapore, and then Naruto was all on there.
Yeah, I could have done that. I just felt as
because that means with the VPN as well, you would get all the Netflix in different countries as well.
Yeah, I could have. I could have. I did. It was £9 a month. But again, I think my heart was just set on Naruto, and I did not want a VPN just for one thing. So if I didn't pay £5 just for that, yeah, just more. Yeah, just thinking about it.
Yeah, so like Crunchyroll, check it out. If you're an anime fan, that's the app for you. All right. The legend has arrived. The first poster of Stephen Chow's action-packed animation, The Monkey King, which is going to be streaming on Netflix on the 18th of July.
He's doing well, man.
No, did I say Stephen King? Stephen Chow, sorry.
Stephen Chow, if you guys know, he started off in Walking Dead, and I'm sure he's done other things before. But
Is that him? Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Chow. Yeah.
Why did I think it was the comedian Stephen Chow?
Check, man. I know which one, Monkey King. Yeah.
Monkey King. Is it him from
Yeah, Stephen Chow.
I thought it was the comedian who done Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer and stuff.
You might be right, actually.
I could be wrong. Double check it. Say Monkey King. Who is it?
Let's check. Stephen Chow. Hold on. No. Was it anime?
Yes, animation. Yeah. Monkey King streaming August 18th on Netflix.
That one, yeah.
I believe so. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, but right, Netflix.
Is there like an IMDb or something?
Yeah, let's see.
Stephen Chow, I believe, bro, is. Let me check. Google time. It's him, bro. Shaolin Soccer. I think it's Stephen Chow.
I'm getting them confused. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, Monkey King 24. It's the.
You know this Stephen Chow?
Yeah.
You guys will know him from Kung Fu Hustle, Shaolin Soccer, the movies. He's a big Bruce Lee fan. Apparently, he was like, I think he was like triad and shit, like really deep involved with some gangster shit.
Oh, for real?
I believe so. I remember them telling me that in Hong Kong. Anyway, he's awesome, man. He's very funny. Love his movies.
Maybe I'm getting confused with the Walking Dead guy and the Shaolin Soccer guy.
Yeah. Anyway, August 18th, Monkey King. Evan Peters has closed a deal to star opposite Jared Leto in Tron Ares.
Oh, I saw a picture of Tron and Jared Leto and it was someone else standing next to him. I think it was like a fan-made poster. Yeah, I think we look good, man.
Well, Tron, like the soundtracks have always been awesome.
Yeah,
like
Daft Punk, yeah.
The original movies were awesome.
Yeah,
no, I mean the second one, I remember watching it. I remember it still had that same vibe. It's still great. Listen, Jared Leto's awesome. Evan Peters is wicked. After doing that Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer.
I mean, he done loads of great things, but after you see him in that,
he's a great actor, man. Yeah, scary. I think
that was scary.
That was scary, man. His acting really scared me. For an actor to get into the mind frame, you have to give it to him, man, and then try and get out of it.
That was mad. But yeah, Tron Ares. So that should be interesting when they come out. I hope Daft Punk do the tunes, but they're not together no more. Daft Punk. So I hope they get the good soundtrack. That's what it's about. Okay, so Sylvester Stallone's is coming out with a documentary on Netflix. So we saw the Arnie one. Now they're doing the Stallone one, which the Arnie one was so much detail. We learned so much about him. I'm actually looking forward to the details and what we're going to learn about Sylvester Stallone. So I'm excited about that.
It's crazy, watching the Arnie one. Arnie sort of bring up how him and Sylvester had this rivalry, and every time Arnie bring out something, Sylvester Stallone, and funny enough, Sylvester Stallone is happening. Yeah, so it's still going on.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll bring it out, but they're boys now. Yeah, man. It's amazing to see that they're together and whatnot.
They're great actors, and they'll go down as legends no matter what, man.
Definitely. I'm sure Arnie's going to be in his one as he was in Arnie one. They're gonna bring that up. Yeah. All right. Finishing off with Mel Gibson to expose Hollywood's sex trafficking. Finishing off on a bit of a dark note. But apparently, I think he made a documentary or something, and Hollywood boycotted it because it was exposing Hollywood's sex trafficking. But he's not giving up on it, and he's going to expose them in another way. I mean, look, you can block him in Hollywood. And he's very controversial. He's been very controversial in Hollywood, but he's got so many other platforms to go and talk about this. If this is true, now we've heard about Hollywood and some of the pedophile shit with that guy, that director, and all the Me Too shit. So I mean, does Hollywood block it or?
Look, he just needs to go on Joe Rogan's show, man.
He's been on there.
He's been on Joe Rogan's show.
Not about this, but about they talk about stem cells and whatnot. But you can go on Rogan's and do it, but I feel like if this whole Me Too shit came out, if this is going on as well,
Mm-hmm.
should come. What was that trailer we saw yesterday, man?
Oh man, it was a Netflix.
Fuck, because that was about children trafficking. That was heartbreaking as well. Let me quickly bring it up.
And it's based on true events. What is it? Kibber sent it in the group, didn't he?
Yeah, which was heartbreaking. I wonder if it's got anything. I don't know if it's got anything to do with that. Anything to do with the Mel Gibson one, but
there you go.
There we go. Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
July 4th is coming out.
Guys, check the trailer out. Yeah, yeah, it's quite deep, man.
Very deep. I mean, that trailer looked deep, but it's real life, right? What they say, 2 million children a year, I think, or maybe more.
Yeah, it was 2 million. Yeah,
children. Like, what? I mean, I really don't get what kind of human being would do that to children. I don't get it. And this is where.
This is where we need the punishment.
This is where I always say we need the Punisher.
Yeah.
Listen, as crazy as it sounds, I was just reading something on my phone the other day about there's a Punisher. I think it's Punisher Max, which was literally about this. Just some pedophile, but basically some parents, disgusting parents, were recording their children doing whatever, right? So in the comic, basically, he takes the parents downstairs, does what he has to do, kills them with no remorse, as the Punisher does, and then he calls the police for the kids to go and child. And it's deep what he says in the comic book, because he looks at the children and he goes, maybe the little girl, maybe she's gonna survive this because she's young. But I know I'm gonna see the older child soon. Meaning he knows that this experience has traumatized the older child. And when he says when a Punisher says that he's gonna see him in the future, you know, he's gonna
come back for him, or
because the older child's gonna be fucked in the head and he's gonna end up doing. So you know, these things traumatize you, and I can't believe and this is a comic book, but in real life, this is happening. It's horrible. I remember who's the guy that used to do Punk? What's his name? Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. He's been trying to fight this for a long time as well. There's loads of things going on. I mean, listen, man, there's gangsters in the world, there's horrible people, but you know, like there's good people out there that are trying to save them, and that's what I think this movie's about.
It's
and
scary, man.
If it's in Hollywood, then Mel Gibson is doing the best job to expose them fuckers.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's scary, man. I got kids, man, and I can't keep my eyes. When I take my son to the park, I'll tell you something, that I cannot keep my eyes away from him, you know, because I'm scared, man. That's not the truth.
I don't know if you by watching this movie, comes out tomorrow, I don't know if you can sit and watch it. Do you know what I mean? It'd
probably get me angry while watching it. Not because I'm angry, but just kids, man. Like, kids are so innocent.
Babies, man.
And they're selling them off. Like, that's disgusting. That's inhumane, we said yesterday, isn't it?
100%.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I'm going to watch it. I will watch it. Just going to have to you know, wipe my teeth and just watch it. And it's not even just a movie, man. It's a wake-up call, guys. It's a message to the world. We need to stop ignoring it. And the guy said it. I mean, I think that main actor said, you know, he wants 2 million people at the opening, and you know, if you can't get a ticket, there's a link that you can get a free ticket to go. Guys, yeah, let's open up our eyes, man. It's deep. It's deep.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, this is not a. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about this. This is a very inhumane thing. There's so much horrible things happening in the world. This is up there was one of the worst. Trafficking children, trafficking human beings is disgusting. Anyway, but children, babies,
innocent. They're innocent, man. Like kids are so innocent. They got this innocent mind frame, and then you got these dirty mofos out there that are thinking of just making money. How far is money gonna get you guys? Yeah, money comes and goes, man. But
they that, man. These are gangsters, man.
They don't.
Listen, man.
They don't care. Man.
I don't know. There's no way. There's no. Like, that's where you need the Punishers. That's where you need Wolverine. Sorry, like when I say that, I'm talking about superheroes that go out and kill individuals that go out and they kill them. Now, but there is a group of people. This movie shows it. There are some I think from all over the world, not just the US, but like Marines and whatnot.
I think they work together.
Real heroes, real heroes who go into these places around the world.
Yeah.
And then there's, you know, not just try and save the children. I think that they're killing these bad people as well. These terrorists or whatever you want to call them, horrible people.
Well, so those are true. There's a part of the clip in the trailer. It goes, okay, you stop this many people and you stop that many people, but how many kids have you saved? And the guy, he was speechless. And then Fuck, that's deep.
That is
Very
deep. Yeah,
man.
because his job was to find the pedophiles, the people watching it and shit. Okay, he said he found like 2,000 or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, and the truth is, you're because the kids are still getting kidnapped, but you're getting rid of the pedophiles. They ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, so. Listen, man, it's a deep thing in regard to what Mel Gibson's trying to do.
Salute to him, man.
Salute to him if it's happening. Doesn't matter if it's happening in Hollywood or wherever the fuck it's happening. Wherever it's happening, it's fucking wrong. And they should be exposed and they should be terminated, man. Fuck those people. Anyway, look, I'm sorry I had to end the podcast on that dark news. But it's awareness.
It's awareness, guys. Wake up, man.
Yeah. Get that movie out. Let's see what Mel Gibson gets up to. We should all be aware of this stuff and just be safe out there and whatnot. But yeah, that's all the news I had for this week. A lot going on. Like I said, I'm going to Mission Impossible tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll talk about that next week. Like I said, Kibler might be off for a couple of weeks. It's a shame that he's really busy right now, sorting out stuff while I'm in London. Anyway, it is what it is. Like I say, hopefully we get the third brother on there who keeps looking bigger than me. So like maybe he is this bigger brother, but in size wise,
it's the food.
It must be camera angle, man. You just look way bigger than me. But anyway, hopefully Ash will be there. But regardless, the brothers will be here to give the weekly updates on what we're up to and also what the pop culture world and the world is up to.
And the game
from our perspective. Well. Yeah. Check out the gaming channel. We're on there. We're live. Loads of videos. It's fun. And shit. On that note,
I'm tired. I gotta wake up at 4 for gym.
Me too. I'm gonna wake up at 5 for work. I'm gonna work with Asia. So on that note, we're gonna call it there. And thank you guys again for watching. Thanks for listening, subscribing, all the good stuff. We're on 446 subscribers. We're hoping to get to 500 by the end of August. That's our goal, and we're getting there. So thank you everyone for subscribing, for watching. We're getting there organically. All the content that we do is content that we want to do. Everything that we talk about is everything that we want to talk about. Whatever reactions we do is all based on stuff that we want to do, not stuff to get clicks or not stuff that not stuff just to get clicks. We that's boring for us. I don't want to waste my time on that. Thank you for everyone for watching, subscribing, all the good shit, and we'll catch you on next week's episode.
Cool.
Peace.
Peace, guys. Peace.
Turn this on.